What is up, guys? Charles from Team COG coming at you guys here with a post-commentary duel video from our locals a few weekends ago. We have Subterrors on the right and Altergiest on the left. So we're gonna get to see the two decks duke it out. Both decks are really good at what they do. I think a lot of people, think both decks are kind of helmet. They have like little to no interaction or Meesk interaction with the bounce or a Book of Moon and then hide behind floodgates. But when the two control decks like this go against each other, the amount of thinking, the amount of playing is very high because both these decks, excuse me, guys, can stop a combo deck pretty much dead in its tracks. So it's pretty much instead of like the player like stopping one card, it's like all the decks have like multiple floodgates and stuff that each deck has to play around. So instead of like Siliquidus here, for instance, bouncing back like the normal summon of a starter card for a combo deck, the Millisea can bounce back like a starter card for this deck, but then they set like 4 back row after it, and then they still have to play through the back row, which can be pretty detrimental. But he's going to make Hestia, and then, let's see here. He's going to set 2 with the Multi-Faker in hand and pass to the Subterror player. The Subterror player, I will see if he can play through into this field. He's going to activate Protocol, summoning the Multi-Faker. Multi-Faker is probably going to get him Siliquidus, which is really good. So in a sense, he has almost 3 forms of negation, or 3 forms of interaction. He has the Hextia negate, he has the Siliquidus bounce, and he has a Protocol negate as well. So that's pretty good from the Altergiest player. He's going to start his turn by playing Extravagance, the new Ash Blossom bait, essentially. $90 card. Going to go ahead and get rid of 6, see what he banished, and he's going to draw 2. I think he's going to follow up after this guy's with a Pot of Duality. We'll see if my psychic abilities are correct. Both players are really good at the decks that they picked up. They played them for quite a while. Gus here, the man playing Altergiest, has played the deck since it came out, even before Multi-Faker. He's been a loyal patron to the deck. He reveals Ghost Ogre, Super Poly, and there can only be one. If he didn't banish his Super Poly target, that would be probably a good choice. There can only be one is a very powerful card against this deck. However, he does have a loaded negation with Hextia, so maybe it wouldn't be worth it unless he has a bait in his hand for it. But he looks like he's going to opt to choose the Ghost Ogre, maybe? He's going to check his what he banished off of Extravagance, see if he has any targets left for the Super Poly. He's going to opt to take the Ghost Ogre, probably for the instance, so he can hit like the Protocol or something like that. We go Hidden City, smacking the field here, loving it, hopefully allowing him to get a search for Guru. Guru Control is pretty much the nickname of this deck, so we're going to grab the Guru. He's probably going to set the Guru, use Hidden City to flip it, if the Altergiest player allows it. He's going to set Hidden City effect to search, so this is where the Altergiest player probably should interact if he can. Stopping the Guru is pretty essential. Essentially, then they just have like, your Guru is the best normal summon, so then he's going to send the Multi-Faker. He's going to attempt a Ghost Ogre, but I don't understand why Ghost Ogre can't go through. I think Protocol says you can't respond to the effects. So Hextia is going to successfully negate the Guru. And then he's going to attempt a Ghost Ogre Protocol. But then he's going to chain Siliquidus to bounce the Protocol. And he's going to bounce the Hidden City back, because Hidden City can only be activated once per turn, which is pretty smart. However, giving him back that resource, I mean, he had no other options but to bounce. He's going to Heavy Dust Storm the 2, set back row. And then he's going to flip Pro Spoofing, and that's going to wrap it up for Game 1. Subterror not being able to play through that board. The Altergeist player showing how much knowledge he has of the deck. That was a pretty solid first turn board on his part. Wicked. So Subterror player is going to opt to go first. And this game is probably the longest of the 3 games. The Subterror play, it's a long grind match between the two. So Pot of Duality, I didn't even see what he added, but he's going to set Guru, and then set 3, and then essentially pass the turn. Altergeist player draws for turn. He's going to Pot of Extravagance, Ashbait 2.0. He's going to wait. He's going to wait to see if there's anything. Pot of Extravagance. Essentially, Altergeist only play 3 important extra deck monsters in their extra deck, and that's Hextia. I mean, of course, you can play like Prime Banshee and stuff like that. There's another good link too, I guess, that you could potentially play, but none of them really matter except for Hextia. So Pot of Extravagance, draw 2. Normal in the Marionetter. Marionetter's effect is going to set him I do not remember this trap's name, but it's one that summons itself. It's a really good, it's a personal tech choice of Gus here. He really likes it because it puts him a body on field and allows him to proc off his multi-faker, which is really good. Set 4. Dang, so he's going to swing his multi-faker, a flip, attempt to activate Guru's effect to search, but that's going to be met with an Ash Blossom. He's going to strike the Ash Blossom, getting the search for probably Fiendish? No, I think Final Battle, I think is what it. Final Battle is a good option. Final Battle is such a busted card. So he's going to, the ability for it to reflip itself, the ability to have multiple copies is extremely good. But now they're off set 5, so man, so the Subterror player has a fight ahead of him. Trying to play through these 5 back rows, but they could be bluffs, you don't know. But he's going to use Guru's effect to try and flip the Marionetter. He's going to activate the chain, the protocol to attempt to negate. Then the Subterror player is going to chain Heavy Death Storm to hopefully destroy it, but it's going to be met with a red reboot. So then, Heavy Death Storm will reset itself, Subterror Guru will get destroyed by protocol, and he will get to reset a trap. He's going to choose there can only be one, which of course is a busted Floodgate against the Floodgate Helmet.deck Altergeist. Normal summon Archer. Archer's pretty good. I think Archer's the bay of the deck. You need to play at least 1 or 2 of her. The ability that she has to shuffle back is extremely powerful, and the fact that she floats and she can float into your Umastrix or your Guru is extremely good on destruction, excuse me. He's going to attempt to poke, but he has Kalikuri in his hand, which is going to summon itself because he controls protocol, and he's going to negate the attack and negate Archer's effects. He's going to follow up by setting 1 card, and then he's going to pass turn to the Altergeist player. Altergeist player checking what he has left of his extra deck. He's going to Heavy Death Storm the 2 set cards. He's seeing if they're worth chaining. So of course this is going to be an intense chaining sequence here. He's going to attempt to chain. Oh nope, he's letting them go through. Never mind, that must be coming. There can only be 1. Activates, cutting him off. The Altergeist player is forced to set a card because he cannot normal summon anything other than a spellcaster. He has to normal summon something other than a spellcaster. Normal the Guru. Attempt to use Guru to flip that. He's going to Impermanence, but he can't Impermanence. I don't understand why the Guru cannot flip the Kalikuri face down. I'm not sure why it can't. But he's just going to pass turn. Altergeist player going to draw, checking his extra deck to see if he can maybe squeeze out a Hextia, maybe. It'd probably be, if he could squeeze out a Hextia, he could potentially... Oh, see, I don't know. If he could get rid of the, there can only be 1. So he's going to use Protocol's effect to negate. He's going to chain Final Battle to say that his effects cannot be negated. He's going to Book a Moon, both his monsters, and trigger the Umastrix in hand. Umastrix is such a powerful card in this deck. There's so many powerful Subterror monsters that are not as good as Umastrix, but pretty good. He's going to use the Siliquidus to bounce the Protocol to bounce there can only be 1, solving it. This is where he's going to link into Hextia, where he's going to be able to add back a trap with Siliquidus and search with Mullaseek. So Siliquidus is probably going to add back Manifestation, and Mullaseek will probably add the Multi-Faker. Just the recovery that one play, that recovery was crazy. So Altergeist is still in this game, even though it seems like he's on opposing side. He's going to try and read Protocol. Then it looks like we are going to set 1, set 2, and then pass to him. He's going to draw. During a standby phase, he's going to flip over Protocol. Chaining Manifestation, or not Chaining Manifestation, excuse me, he's going to wait. He's going to chain Final Battle to Protocol, flipping the Guru, trying to trigger the Guru. On the Guru, he's going to chain Manifestation, targeting the Siliquidus. Call by the Grave is going to hit the Siliquidus, removing it from play, meaning Manifestation will, in lack of better terms, fizzle. And then essentially the chains resolve. Multi-Faker will probably trigger. It can trigger off of the Manifestation in a separate chain. Along with kind of the Guru. The Guru is going to resolve in a separate chain as well. So they're just discussing their chain links so they get everything right. so that no one, there's fair play. So manifestation goes, Siliquidus is banished. Well, he's actually going to activate his trap that summons itself after resolution of everything to summon, but he's going to Fiendus the Multi-Faker, but he can't Fiendus the Multi-Faker, which I think he can. I think Multi-Faker activates in hand, I think. It reveals in hand, so he should be able to Fiendus it because it's not on field. So that could be a misplay. But essentially, he's going to try to... Multi-Faker's going to smack down, summon himself a Millseek. He's building a wall. He's Donald Trumping it, trying to build a good wall. Subtier player has a few options here. He can flip over the Archer. He can use Guru to flip over the Umastrix to Book of Moon something, and then flip the Archer and shuffle something back. But we are going to see, he also has Final Battle set, so he can actually boost his guy up pretty well. So he's going to do that. He's going to use Umastrix's own effect to flip itself. Then he's going to flip Umastrix, banishing, but he's going to negate Umastrix with the Protocol using Millseek, which is such a good card. I mean, look, he's already recovered like 3 times off of this card. I think he's going to grab Marionetter. So he grabs Marionetter, which is a normal summon, which is a recovery card on its own. So this deck is really good, even though this deck is kind of fell off the map due to all the back row hate out there. Since everybody's main Twin Twisters and everybody's siding red reboots and everything like hurts this deck, the deck is still really good. We're going to see a normal summon of Fiendus. Fiendus is going to flip itself face down to summon the Umastrix back from the graveyard. He's actually going to opt to put it in attack mode so he can potentially attack over it. Now, see, I think he, since this is locals, he's going to be allowed to take back an attack, I think. But it's, Archer will declare there. But it has too big of a booty, so he allows him to take it back. So then he declares with just Umastrix, which, take note, guys, even if he didn't allow him to take it back, he has the Final Battle set that he could boost Archer up to where he could attack over it. So, my, correctable and fixable. So, don't roast him in the comment section, boys. Moving on, Altergiest player is going to draw for turn. He's going to flip. There can only be one, which essentially is such a good floodgate against this deck. He's going to banish Manifestation, add back that trap card that summons itself. But anyway, guys, there can only be one is such a good floodgate for this deck, and it's such a powerful floodgate that Subterrors can main because all their monsters are different, so it's super powerful. I remember siding that in Crusadia because every monster in Crusadia is different. So back in the old days of pure Crusadia, he's going to opt to flip over the Umastrix instead of the Archer. He's going to normal summon Marionetter. But if you guys missed it, he attempted to attack with him. With the Multi-Faker, so he decided to Book of Moon it, which I probably would have just activated the Final Battle, destroying it. However, he's going to go ahead and activate Final Battle, I believe. Banishing, but he's going to attempt to negate. He's going to banish the Marionetter, but it's going to respond to a Protocol negating and destroying the Umastrix, but Umastrix is just going to be brought right back. It's so fun how often every one of them are checking their back row. Every time something happens, they're just, both of them just check their back row to make sure they don't have anything. But he's going to be able to chum block with that one trap for another turn. That thing has like a 2100 booty, I want to say. So he's going to declare with the Umastrix, destroying. They must not have a 2100 defense because Umastrix is only 2000. He's going to declare again, but he's going to respond with, I think, Manifestation maybe to chum block. Yep, and Chain Spoofing. So he's going to Manifestation to bring out, I think, Siliquidus, I want to say? No. Marionetter. Spoofing going to shuffle back the Manifestation, add himself Siliquidus. And then we're just going to declare with Guru, I think, and then boost by Final Battle. Destroying. And then essentially, I think the Subterror player is going to pass turn. So he passes turn, Altergiest player draws, Heavy Dust Storm, hitting both protocols, getting those two problematic cards out of the way. Spoofing, though, he's going to set one, use Spoofing to shuffle back the Siliquidus, I think, and then add himself probably a Multi-Faker. And then use the Multi-Faker to summon out the whatever you call it. Well, no, he can't, because there can only be one. So he's going to add Millseek. He's going to... This is some good playing by the Altergiest player. Normal summon Millseek. He's going to, I think, attempt to attack. He's going to use a Book of Moon effect. Which, of course, I think he could have chained Link Reboot in the graveyard if he needed to. He's going to flip that. The flip to banish. He's going to Heavy Dust Storm. He's going to attempt to activate Infinite Permanence on one of his own monsters, but he can't. He's going to Fiendus the Heavy Dust Storm, flipping the Archer, or no, excuse me, flipping the Guru. Then he's going to declare with Archer, shuffling back the Milliseek, and then he's going to declare, boosting the Umastrix for 4,000, I think. Then he's going to flip over both his monsters. I think the Subterror. So then we're just going to scoop it up. So sadly, guys, here game three gets, I think it gets put to a draw due to time. So I cannot remember who wins. I don't think anyone's able to get damage on, so the game ends in a draw. But you're going to see some awesome playing and some good chum blocking from both players. So I like the new time rule at points, but then I don't like it because then it's like sequences like this where we get unfair. So in this time rule, Link Rebo is very good. It just allows you to chum block and stop attacks pretty frequently. And since he's almost always going to be able to reoccur a Mulseek if he needs to, he's just going to always have access to that Link Rebo. So the Subterror sets 3. He's going to activate Spoofing, I believe, chain the Multi-Faker to summon the Siliquidus. So essentially he has a bounce and a negate of an attack. So that's really good. For a first turn board, he just has to survive. So Prankertops drops down. He's going to activate Terraforming to add himself Hidden City. He's going to use Prankertops to attempt to destroy the Siliquidus, because the Siliquidus could just bounce the Hidden City, and Hidden City will allow him. But he's going to chain Spoofing to shuffle back and probably add himself Kaikuri. That'd be my guess. No, he's going to add himself another Multi-Faker. Hidden City activates. He's going to probably get Guru, use Guru, and then use the same old set to set Guru, Hidden City to flip Guru. Search himself a Final Battle, I think is what he grabs. I cannot remember. I'd almost be worth him to grab a Fiendus at this point so he could push for damage. So he gives himself Umastrix. Nope, he's choosing not Umastrix. He's going to choose Final Battle. Both of which would be allowed him to push for some damage. But so he's going to declare on that. He uses the Link Rebo. I would have grabbed Fiendus. But he had Fiendus already, so never mind. So he used Heavy Dust Shoot, and then he's going to Fiendus that. He's going to normal summon Milliseek. There can only be one. He's going to go ahead and get rid of the Multi-Faker, and then he's going to set a card. He's going to attempt to declare with the Milliseek, and it's going to be met with the Hidden City negating the attack, getting a search off a Guru. Alright guys, as we're getting down to the last 34 seconds of this video, thank you guys so much for watching and joining. Please comment down below if you'd like to see more of these post-commentary duel videos from our locals. Thank you guys so much for watching and enjoying. This is Charles from Team COG, getting ready to sign out as soon as we come to the end of the match here. We still have a few more seconds left. About 14 seconds, to be honest with you. So neither player can push for damage. He's able to normal summon the Milliseek, the Marionetter, which is amazing. Around there can only be one since he was able to get the... Alright guys, I'm sorry, that's his time. This is Charles from Team COG, signing out.